All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, it's been 2 weeks since I've done my, well, almost 2 weeks since I've done my last live stream. But, you know, I'm back, people, and I'm feeling better than ever. Let's just say these couple of weeks have been really rough. Okay, these couple of days were pretty rough for me, so that's why I haven't streamed since 2 weeks ago, almost 2 weeks ago. But you know what? I'm feeling good tonight, and we're back with some more Samurai Warriors 2 or Koei Musou 2 HD version for the PS3, and tonight we are going to play the Demon King himself, Oda Nobunaga. Man, I love Oda Nobunaga's moveset in Samurai Warriors. Hello Bahamut Lord, welcome. Numpang lewat Pak, itip jempol ya, terima kasih. Like, Nobunaga is self-explanatory. He need no introduction, he need no explanation. He's just that damn good. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. Have fun with your stream. Thank you, Lord Bahamut. Dairok Tenmou Korinsen. Iraishaimase. Right, let's buy up some power-ups. I think that's enough. Yeah, he starts the story a little late in his era, Nagashino, right? Because in base Samurai Warriors 2, Okahazama doesn't exist. So yeah, let's get started. Such a badass design, by the way.
Okehazama での部位は信長の名を世に知らしめた。波動をなすなどとくだらぬことは言わぬ。だがこの戦国乱世は武の力により開かれた。力が開きし戦国乱世をより強大な力によりねじ伏せられるべきゆえに信長は天下に武を敷くと宣ずる。それが世の望み、そしてこの信長の望みだ。秀吉、家康、光秀、勝家、忠勝。ここにわしは信長たるゆえんをなさんがため、武田を打ち滅ぼし、この長篠に再び武を敷く。全軍開幕だ。板ぶり、名ぶり、そして武田のすべてを根から絶やせ。
Such a badass intro for an amazing character. Alright. Yeah. Let's see. Who do I want to assign as a bodyguard? I forgot to buy a bodyguard. My bad. I need a new bodyguard. I want to have a fire ninja with me. Where is he? Yeah. Let's have him. Yeah, we've gone to the intro. Yeah, we've gone that. Alright, so let's use the fire ninja. I think that's Hisahide, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, we're using Hisahide as our bodyguard. That's really interesting. Yeah, we got the Oda army here against the Takeda army. Katsuyori Yukimura and his soldiers. Yeah, such an iconic song. Hello, Tantio, welcome to the stream. Ute! Tang 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 tang. Playing this in Japanese just sounds a lot better, in my opinion. Hello, Raphael, welcome. The best version? Yeah, I like this design. I actually, in contender, like, I actually have two favorite designs for Nobunaga. This one or Summer Wars 4. I do like his design in Summer Wars 4. But right now I lean towards this one because I like the raven feathers that he got in his armor. Snake! Daftar Google AdSense. Yeah, yelah, aku daftar. Of course I register Google AdSense. I mean, this stream is monetized. Thank you. De Aruka. I love his voice actor as well, Kosuke Jurota. Yeah, he's known as Asuma in Naruto and also Arong in One Piece. Yeah, I see. Fourth Oda, yeah, fourth Summer Wars 4 Nobunaga is really good in terms of design. The one design that doesn't resonate with me for Nobunaga in Summer Warriors is older Nobunaga for Summer Wars 5. I don't know, that design doesn't resonate with me. I do like his younger design in Summer Wars 5. And I hate the fact that Nobunaga is a generic katana user in Summer Wars 5. I'm talking about older Nobunaga. Bro, you can't do that to Nobunaga, you know? The main character of the game, and you gave him a generic sword. That was quick. Let's take the northern base. Yep, The only thing I, you know, I kind of don't like in Summer Wars 2 Nobunaga is he starts his story with Nagashino a little too late in his era, you know. I know we don't have Okazama because Yoshimoto is not playable until Summer Wars 2 Extreme Legends, but I feel like, in my opinion at least, Nobunaga should have started at, you know, Kanegasaki or Anegawa during the campaign against Nagamasa. This should have been his third stage. I actually like the battle selection a little bit more. I like the choice of battles a bit more in Summer Wars 3. So in Summer Wars 3, he starts at Okahazama, second stage is Kanegasaki, third stage is Nagashino, fourth stage is Kizugawa or Osaka Bay, then fifth stage is Honoji. Would be red. Yes, Japanese Darth Vader with the lightsaber sound effect, right? All right. Alright, let's run. Set. Man, looking at this Nobunaga design in HD looks super cool. Kimura. Let's take out Kimura first. Ow. Shinee! Finally, got him. Now, yeah. Let's finish off the rest of the Takeda clan. Let's go north. Nicely done. Take the gate. All right. Stronghold captured. Sorry. Excuse me. Okay. Northern side of the map is clear. Kanega. No, this is Nagashino, not Kanegasaki. We're fighting the Takeda. Okay, space is clear. Nice to be Tadakatsu's side. On Tadakatsu's side. Or to be precise, Tadakatsu is on our side. Right. Thank you for stealing my kill. That dark ball is so good. Goodbye, Katsuyori.
わしが負けるなどありえね
I'll see you soon.
敵将信長が滅した多くの武士が言ったもはや戦に我が血は
He just looks menacing like this. Muryoku. Getting rid of the arrow mechanics for special attacks was a good change in Summer Wars 2, in my opinion. Some weapons. Oh, I got we got a second weapon. That's cool. Let's go to the second stage immediately. Yeah, Battle of Osaka Bay. Hello, Nidal. Welcome to the stream. It's good to be back, by the way, after 2 weeks. It's again, it's been a rough week. It's been a rough 2 weeks for me. Well, the first week was the roughest. The second week was actually the better week. Nobunaga, Ranmaru, Katsuie, Hideyoshi, Mitsuhide, Matsu Generics. Yeah, we're gonna fight the Honganji rebels, led by Magoichi. You're playing as, you know, the beast himself, Oda Nobunaga, the goat. Fighting villagers. Eight viewers, thank you guys so much. Hello. Okay. The Demon King, yeah. Demon King Dairok Tenmo. The Demon King of the Sixth Hell. Yeah, I agree. This is the best Nobunaga design. Either this one or Summer Wars 4, because I do like his Summer Wars 4 design as well. But I lean more towards this because of the you know, the raven collar that he has. Yeah, he's a special type character. Let's power up that lightsaber. The Uncle. Item for did not item for Infinite Musou 10 seconds not drop in Summer Wars 2. I think you only got 5 seconds. But then again, Musou bars are pretty long in this game, so I don't mind it. Nothing, Mitsuhide. Power up that sword. Onimusha and Basa as Nobunaga are okay, but Summer Wars version is better. Yeah, I like Summer Wars version of Nobunaga the best. Especially this one. You mentioned Onimusha. It's a shame that it's a shame that Basa Nobunaga and Sengoku Basara for Sumeragi. Oh, sorry, Nobunaga and Sengoku Basara for Sumeragi does not have like they never put Onimusha's Nobunaga outfit for Basara Nobunaga in for Sumeragi. That's kind of a shame. Would have loved to see Sengoku Basara's Nobunaga wearing Onimusha's Nobunaga's outfit. Psycho reinforcements. Let's ramp up that KO count. Ah, interesting cave here. Some weapons. Some gold. Let's run. Okay. Let's rescue these guys. Ah, Mitsuhide is struggling against a villager. Come on. Why are my soldiers struggling against peasants? Hello, welcome Sanping Guang. Good to see you here. I'm finally streaming again. Okay, the north is in danger. Yeah, it's good to be back. We're back with Nobunaga, baby. Okay, northern side is in danger, and my army is struggling against peasants. The same peasant that defeated Lubu, right? Yeah. Yeah, I know that. Oh, Magoichi is here. Magoichi is leading the attack on his own. Yeah, but I don't want to kill Magoichi yet. Because allies act like toddlers. Yeah. Unfortunately, Nidal. Unfortunately. Hello, Marksmania. Welcome. What's up, y'all? I just got Segubasa Samurai Horse run on the Switch, locked at 30 FPS, but it runs nice, nice. So you use a custom firmware, right? You mentioned that you use a custom firmware for your Switch to run emulated games. That's cool. Bro, but honestly, Capcom should just... I really think Capcom should re-release the Seigu Basar series on modern hardware. Release that for Nintendo Switch 2 or, I don't know, for Steam maybe? Let's go. Hey, Tekmobus, welcome to the stream. Yeah, we're just chilling. And I'm really glad to be back, by the way, after a long 2 weeks. It's the longest 2 weeks, honestly, for me. Right. Let's clean house first. Yeah, my peasants are toddlers, and the peasants are legit insane. Yeah, I'm using Android OS on my Switch, which allows to run Dolphin. Nice, nice. There's so many good Wii games. I know I mentioned that Summer Wars 3 is on the Wii, at least. Summer Wars 3 on the Wii is the worst Summer Wars game that I've played. But at the same time, that game is kind of like a guilty pleasure for me. I do enjoy the game for what it is. But if you want to play the best experience of Summer Wars 3, play 3Z instead of 3. Play the PS3 version, for sure. Oh yeah, Sengoku Basar 2 Heroes is on the Wii as well, right? As part of the as part of the double pack for 2 and 2 Heroes. So yeah, you can play 4 Basara games on the Wii with the Dolphin emulator, right? Basar 2, Basar 2 Heroes, Samurai Heroes, 4 Basar 3, and Fuyutage. Also, in 2 weeks, we got Anime Festival Asia here in Indonesia, so I can't wait for that. I can't wait for Alpha ID. You know damn well I'm gonna dress as Profar in that event. Sengoku Basar 2. No, Sengoku Basar. Welcome, Kifli. No, Sengoku Basar 2 is on the not on the Switch. So Marks Mania here said that he has he customized his firmware for his Switch so that he can emulate older games, like he can emulate Wii games on the Switch, and and therefore he can play Sengoku Basara 3 or Samurai Heroes on the Switch because he can run Dolphin on the Switch. Oh, okay, yeah. I wish Sengoku Basara was on the Switch. Hisashiburi da na. Welcome, Masamune. Good to see you again, buddy. There's only 2 Sengoku Basara games that run well. Samurai Heroes and Devil King. Wow. Yeah, Nobunaga just floating menacingly. Muryuk. So wait, you played Devil Kings on your Switch using what emulator? PCSX2? Or is that? Oh wait, since you use Android, I'm guessing it's Aether SX2, right? Okay, next stage is Tetorigawa. Well, let's use this one. Yeah, we're up against the Uesugi. Yeah, Kenshin, Kanetsugu, and others. Aether SX2, the Android version of PCSX2. They're very identical. Nice. But can you run PS3 games on Switch? I don't know if there's a mobile version for the PS3 emulator. Like the one I'm using here right now, right? It's RPCS3. Man, this song is so underappreciated. Tetorigawa. Personally, I'd avoid Devil Kings. Yeah, I prefer, like, I still would recommend Sengoku Basara 1 than Devil Kings. And if, like, the argument, oh, Devil Kings did some of the combat better, like priming, well, if you're into priming in Basara games, just play Basara 2 Heroes. I think my friend Smiley said it best about Basara 2 Heroes. It's basically the Dynasty Wars 3 Extreme Legends for the Sengoku Basara series. Yeah, I mean, Basara 2 Heroes is such a banger game. Welcome to the stream, Ubella. And welcome to the channel. Da-da-da-dun, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm gonna have all the trophy in this game. Nice, nice childhood game. So you're playing your childhood game is the PS3 version of this game, right? I mean, because the trophy all exists on the PS3 version, right? Yeah, and I mean this is a good game. I play since the PS2 version, but man, the PS3 version is easily the best one, despite the language barrier. Yeah, and I don't mind it. I don't mind playing this game on Japanese. I mean, I'm a guy who plays single Basara games a lot, so it's not an issue for me. Summer Wars 3 Z and Empires, nice. Like no, okay, that's probably one game I have trouble with, considering it's only Japanese. Summer Wars 3 Empires, because you know you need to know what you do. You need to know some of the command inputs for Summer Wars 3 Empires, instead of just go ham in and fight battles. Oh, happy birthday to Kimura Yohei and Hoyuchi Kenyu. Yeah, I know Kimura Yohei, popular voice actor. He voiced Tatalia in Genshin. Oh, yeah, speaking of that, I haven't shared some voice acting fandom projects, so I've done some fan voice acting projects in Indonesian, okay? So one is for Honkai Star Rail and one is for Genshin Impact. So for Genshin Impact, it's just a brief scene. My friend was doing a fan dub for Lohen's, I think he's pronounced Lohen's trailer, and he wanted me to voice Varka. So I did voice Varka in one scene for that trailer. Again, a fan dub project. And also for Honkai Star Rail, Honkai Star Rail is the Japanese voice acting. The one in Genshin was in Indonesian. Honkai Star Rail was a fan Japanese voice acting with Jiro Akito, and I voiced Jepard Landau. Musou GZ is so good. You're Indonesian? Yes, Marks Mania. Ako orang Indonesia kok. I'm Indonesian. Yeah, Asia for the win, indeed. I've said prior that I was able to play, I was able to be familiarized with a lot of Japanese exclusive games like Sengoku Basara, Panzer Bandit for the PS1, or any Kamen Rider Super Sentai games back in the day, was because of piracy. If there's one good thing, again, back in PS1, PS2 days, there were a lot of pirated games. So if there's one good thing about pirated games, is that I was able to experience region exclusive games. Like, I was able to play Naruto Ultimate Ninja games before they were released in the West or internationally. Back when they were still called Naruto Bit Hero. Oh, you're from the Philippines. Nice, nice. Sengoku Basara is more popular here. Same goes here in Indonesia. Sengoku Basara is actually more popular than Dynasty or Summer Warriors. Specifically, by the way, Marks, Basara 2 Heroes. Most people who play Basara only know Basara 2 Heroes. I'm like one of the few highly obsessed Basara otakus out there in Indonesia that played all the games. I've earned a platinum for Summer Wars 4 DX to Sanadabaru across different regions, all in Japanese. I love the series as well. I'm a Musou fan at heart. I love Dynasty Warriors. I love Summer Warriors. I love Wars Orchi. I'm also a Basara fan. I love all the Sengoku Basara games. You mentioned platinum, okay? When it comes to Musou games, I'm mostly a Steam player, right? I've done all the achievements for Dynasty Wars 8 Extreme Legends. I've done for Dynasty Wars, I've done Dynasty Wars 8 Extreme Legends in terms of like achievements, okay? I'm talking about games post PS3 when we have achievements. Dynasty Wars 8 Extreme Legends, you can check on my Steam account. I've 100% that. You know, I've platinumed that. Dynasty Wars Origins. I've platinumed Dynasty Wars Origins. Amazing game, by the way. Dynasty Wars Origins. I can't wait for Dynasty Wars 3 remake. Or I keep calling it remake because it's more of a remake than a remaster. Samurai Warriors. I've platinum Samurai Wars 4 DX, like you said, Ubella. I platinum Samurai Wars 4 2 because Samurai Wars 4 2 on Steam came out before Samurai Wars 4 DX. So Samurai Wars 4 DX, Samurai Wars 4 2, and Samurai Wars 5. Right? I haven't platinum Samurai Wars Spirit of Sada. Yeah. But when it comes to like 100%ing Musou game, I've 100% Dynasty Wars 5 back in the day. You know, I've 100% Samurai Wars 2 on the PS2. I'm on my way to 100% the Dynasty Wars 6. I'm on my way to 100% Warriors Orgy 3 Ultimate Definitive Edition on Steam. It's a big game, by the way. What else? I've did everything. Oh yeah, for Sengu Basara. Back in the day, I 100% Sengu Basara to Heroes. 2 years ago when we were marathoning Sengu Basara for Sumuragi, I've 100% Sengu Basara for Sumuragi. I've completed all the achievements and I've reached maximum level of 999 for all the characters. Yeah, that's how obsessed I am with Musou games, ladies and gentlemen. I'm also playing Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity on Switch. Sengu Basara 2 Heroes was the third PS2 game I've ever played. First was Naruto Ultimate Ninja 5. Goated game, by the way. Second was GTA San Andreas. Of course, the best PS2 game ever exists. Do not at me, ladies and gentlemen. Have you played Naruto Musou? Yes, I've played Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Impact. Though a bit on the PSP. I kind of wish that game, because that was developed by the same developer as Ultimate Ninja Storm. I wish that game was on PS3. Or on Steam, you know? They used more or less the same assets, and yeah, Ultimate Ninja Impact, in my opinion, should have been a PS3 game. I think Sengu Basara is popular in Asian countries because of anime. Yeah, I mean, it has like it's more appealing for, you know, because of its anime style. That's maybe that most likely is the case. Okay, and not to mention though people know Basara mostly for Basara 2 Heroes, they're not aware of the anime series itself. Yeah, and I've gone on the record, right? Despite Basara being the lesser known title compared to Samurai or Dynasty Warriors, but it's more of a cultural, you know, it became more of a cultural phenomenon in Japan more so than Dynasty and Samurai Warriors. And and also Sengu Basara was able to branch out, I'd say better than Dynasty Warriors. Like they were able to have anime, they were able to have mangas, stage plays. They were able to have more, you know, more media products than Dynasty and Samurai Warriors, despite the lesser known one. Didn't the anime? Yes, the anime came out. Well, the anime came out after Sengu Basara 2 Heroes, right? Season 1 and Season 1 came out in 2009 after Sengu Basara 2 Heroes. Season 2 came out around the same time as Sengu Basara 3 or Samurai Heroes, 2010. The movie came out at the same time as, or yeah, at the same year as Sengu Basara 3 Utage. Then they also have a third season anime called Judge End, but from different anime, from a different animation studios. It wasn't Production IG. That came out around the same time as Sengu Basara 4. The last true official, I remember the story in the anime was kind of messy. That's the entire point of Basara. But I will say this, Basara had a better anime than Samurai Warriors 4. If you think Basara's... Okay, which one? I think Basara's, at least the original 3 anime, or at least the first 2 seasons and the movie, are cohesive. If I would recommend a Basara anime, I recommend season 1, 2, and also the movie, The Last Party. Judge End is like a completely different entity by itself. Same goes with Gakuen Basara. I'd say Sengoku Basara has a better anime. I'm talking about the original ones, season 1, 2, and not Judge End, The Last Party, than Samurai Warriors. Samurai Warriors tried to do an like Samurai Warriors had an anime for Samurai Warriors 4 for 13 episodes, and it's not that good. Right? I can easily say Basara anime. Oh, you're talking about Basara? Yeah, first season. Yeah, I think all three of them. It's hard for me to pick which season is the best. Like season one, basically, yeah, season one's main villain was Nobunaga, right? Nobunaga was the big bad villain of season one. In season two, it's Hideyoshi. I prefer Nobunaga than Hideyoshi, so I can agree to that. Okay? I would prefer to see season one than season two because I just like Nobunaga better. And the game is made by Capcom. Yeah, Capcom, exactly, Capcom. And to be specific, Retro Gaming Nidal. Bossar's developer were the team behind Devil May Cry, so they were really good at making action game, especially the combat, right? As much as I love Dynasty and Samurai Warriors, Sengoku Basar's combat mechanics is on another level. I mean, you got the team that made Devil May Cry. That's a given at this point, right? Yeah, Norio Wakamoto is Nobunaga. Warega Oda Nobunaga's Zeishimo Noshi. Yeah, Wakamoto's a goat. I didn't understand the story of the anime at all. I only understood that there's a war and there's a femboy. Hey, Kenshin might be a femboy, but he's a cool femboy. No pun intended. Mushikira ga. Insects. Hello Pepsi, welcome. Wait, let me focus this. Hey Justin Nerd, HD version yang versi 360. Bahasa Inggrisnya gue pernah namain. Enggak, oke. Oke, ada Justin Nerd. HD version itu nggak sama dengan versi 360, ya. Ini versi PS3. So, I want to make this clear. The one that you play in Xbox 360 is not HD version. It's just the PS2 version with bloom effect. And it's the PS2 version with bloom effect and also garment physics. The PS3 version is the actual HD version. They used, if I'm not mistaken, Dynasty Warriors 7 graphic engines. Jadi Rai, beda yang HD version PS3 sama ya Xbox 360 itu bukan versi HD, ya. Itu cuma versi PS2 yang ada efek bloomingnya aja gitu. Kamu lihat deh side by side PS3 sama Xbox 360 itu beda banget. Karena yang versi HD ya ini dia pakai graphic engine-nya DW7. And this game was released at the same year as Dynasty Wars 8. This version, at least. Even if Final Fantasy 16 combat implementation was questionable, but it's a good one. Yeah, I agree. Koei should add shotgun Nobunaga. Iya, jadi Xbox 360 itu cuma portingan gitu. Ini bukan portingan, ini benar-benar remaster, Rai. This is an actual remaster, not just a port of the PS2 or Xbox 360. Dan ini keluar setelah Samurai Wars 3Z di PS3. Come on. Koei should add shotgun for Nobunaga's as DLC weapon for the future Samurai Wars games. You know, I'd argue that in Summer Wars 5, the sword on matchlock that older Mitsude has should have been Nobunaga's weapon. You know, older Mitsude's weapon should have been given to Nobunaga, in my opinion. I feel like that weapon fits better with Nobunaga than Mitsude. Yang Z juga nggak ada ya. Yang Z gak ada versi Inggrisnya. Padahal rencana awalnya Koei itu mau ngerilis game itu dengan bahasa Inggris, judulnya Wars Orchi The Collective. Karetsugu has reached the floodgates. Guys, which is better, Yukimura quote? The blood of Takeda rains through my veins for the glory of the Red Minotaur. You beat Mr. Five, yeah. Yeah, and I beat Mr. Five with Arlong, by the way. $15 viewers, by the way, guys. Thank you so much. But he has the devil fruit. Okay. Let's see. Bro, by the way, I mentioned AFA ID, Anime Festival Asia. I can't wait to go there. You know who's the guest star they just announced? AFA just announced Dave Rogers. They announced Dave Rogers to be in the event. You know Dave Rogers, guys? He's the guy who sang Deja Vu. You know? Deja Vu. I've just been in this place before. Yeah, he's coming to Indonesia. Wait. I'll read the chat later. I'm. Gox enggak nonton Initial D, tapi aku tahu lagunya aja. Because Dave Rogers also sang the English theme song for Ultraman 3. You know Ultraman 3's theme song, right? Come on, baby, take me higher. Yeah, Dave Rogers also sang that. Hey Pete, welcome to the stream. I can't wait to sleep through the AFA or AFA ID. My energy is not sufficient as it used to. Skill issue. Dave Rogers has a song from PU. What's PU? Hey Murane, welcome to the stream. Hey Oda today. My favorite attack while riding horse. Yep, he's amazing. Oh, pump it up. Okay. I'm not familiar with what that is. Sorry. Let's turn up our lightsaber. Running away. I'm not exactly a fan of Initial D, but I did play one of their games on PSP. And I remember one of the Eurobeat songs became my favorite. I think the chorus was Remember Me. Oh, Pump It Up is Korean DDR. Okay. Hello, hey, Flo, welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming, Kane Flowers. Good to see you. Halo, selamat datang. Selamat datang di Indomaret. Selamat belanja. I'm in some good mood tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, come on, Katsuki is struggling against peasants again. You guys play like dance games? Again, the one dancing game that I have the most memories with was Dance Dance Revolution Disney Mix on the PS1. How many of you remember that game? Or how many of you played that game? DDR Disney Mix. Is this hard mode? Their health bars don't seem to go down fast. No, this is normal. They're just resilient. Again, remember, peasants are the one who defeated Lu Bu. Damn, I can't call my horse. By the way, Flo, kalau kamu di sini, Oshimu lagi main jet ski guys sekarang. Oh, nonton sambil Mobile Legends. Okay, nice. Yeah, by the way, I'm just saying, Kate Flowers, your Oshi is probably playing jet ski somewhere. It's an inside joke, Pete. It's an inside joke. Don't worry. It's an inside joke. Only those who know. Again, if I explain the joke, then there is no joke. Again, it's an inside thing. I played a dance game, Just Dance, and that's it. I stopped because it's full of cringe songs. Just Dance. I remember there was like a very popular dancing game here in Indonesia called Ayo Dance. DDR and yeah, pump it up. Tension. Bapak lo, welcome Jeko. Kalian pas dia update jujur saking senengnya teriak, iya I know, aku tahu. Ya abangmu update itu. Aku bilang aja nih Flo ya. Ini insider aja. Bukan insider sih, tapi kayak aku tuh masih pengen ya meyakinkan abangmu buat main Super Mario. You're pitting Arlong against Hody Jones. Wait, did Nakata Joji voice One Piece character? Beneran main? Amin. Juga kayak wow. Yeah, wow. And it's all because of me. Yeah, again, it's related to what we know, Flower. This 2 week has been rough, okay? Dua minggu ini agak berat buat aku ya. Salah satunya karena ulah si Najong itu. Okay, some of you may not know what I'm talking about right now. Again, it's between me and Flower. Oh, Hody Jones from the Fishman Island arc. I see. Also, you probably know this as a Tokusatsu fan, right? He's the overlord from Kamen Rider Gaim. I actually played PIU, but in a PSP. You can't dance on a PSP, so it's just your generic rhythm game. But it was a little fun. There's a lot of bangers like My Friend and Chopidi and SM Manera. Jujur ya, aku emang mau melupakan masalah yang itu ya, tapi aku malah dikasih kerjaan ya emang selalu dibuat pulang telat. Ya gini. Okay, I want to talk about this. Flo. Yeah, so my apologies if I'm speaking in my native language because something happened. Okay, a couple of weeks ago, and you could say it's one of the reasons why I took a break. Flo, kalau dilupain emang susah sih. Kalau aku selalu bilang bahkan ke teman-teman komunitas itu bahwa yang baik ya memang ya kita move on tapi terima gitu, kita terima dan move on aja. Emang susah sih melupakan tuh, tapi kenang-kenangannya ya gitu. Aku ngerasain banget kena mentalnya kok gitu. Jadi perlahan-lahan itu step by step ya, jadiin pelajaran aja. So okay, real talk here guys. There are 3 reasons why I haven't been streaming for the last 2 weeks. Let's start from the first one. Okay, now this may seem a little silly, but you probably I could say like you probably feel how I feel if you're in my position. You guys know that I hang out with the VTuber community, especially Indonesian VTuber community, and you can say some of the things I do here or some of the things I've done I had help from the VTuber community. Like for example, I got to make my own avatar because I found an artist in that community that had created this lovely Profar character. I was also not just making the new avatar. I cosplayed as my own character. I cosplayed my own OC. You know, if you've seen me if you've seen my photos in conventions, or if you've met me in conventions, you know that in most conventions I will dress as my character. I will dress as Profar. There's Mario-looking character, yeah, and I owe it to them. I met cosplayers, I met artists. I got into like fan voice acting projects because I was hanging out with the VTuber community. So hanging out with them, I got to meet new friends, you know, and some of the friends that I met became best friends, you could say, and I got to explore different opportunities because personally I think as a content creator, you kind of always need to try something new instead of just sticking the same old, and that's what I'm trying to do as well for this channel and for myself. And because of them as well, I am going to cosplay as Renoir, this IGX. Yeah, so this upcoming October for Indonesia Game Expo, I am going to cosplay as Renoir from Clair Obscur Expedition 33 with my friend, a best friend, you could say. She's a best friend of mine that I met from... Hey, Flo, yeah, aku ketemu temen aku. Yeah, I met... Sorry, be right back. Sorry about that. I had to answer a door. Yes, it was NTR, Nintendo Tangerang Raya. I know. Interesting name, right? Okay, so as I was saying, I am going to cosplay as Renoir from Clair Obscur Expedition 33 this October with my friend, with my friend that I met in the VTuber community. That, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be able to, to live my 2D avatar in real life, in conventions. She was the one who helped me, who recommended me the costume maker for Profar and also for Renoir. Renoir from Clair Obscur Expedition 33. And she's going to cosplay as Mael. So it's kind of like we're going to the event as father and daughter, right? From the game. So what happened is that 2 weeks ago, I'm not going to mention his name at this point, right? If you're Indonesian who follow the VTuber community, you probably know who he is. Okay, I'm not going to mention that I'm going to say it right now, that bastard's name because of what he did. This specific male VTuber, whom I met, by the way, I met this. I first met his channel from Super Mario Odyssey because he was playing Super Mario Odyssey. So this certain guy VTuber, a big one by the way in Indonesia, was exposed of grooming children. I hate to I even hate to mention that, he was exposed for sexting with kids, with minors. Again, this is someone I followed for, you could say the last 2 years, almost 2 years. And I've met friends, best friends, in fact, from his community. So it really hits me in the heart, you can say, knowing what he did for the last 5. And here's the craziest part, okay? You can say, here's the craziest part. He got away. He was able to got away sexting kids, grooming children for 5 years during his entire career span, right? And my good friend who is a cosplayer, she was devastated. She was devastated because she was like the number one fan of his. And she was like the spearhead of the community, like the spearhead of the fandom. She was like his biggest supporter, and knowing that really devastated her. She was in tears, and again, she's one of my best friends at this point. Especially her, specifically her and some other good friends as well. Watching them felt devastated and, broken down in tears. It hits me as well, It really got. Yeah, it's a situation. It really got me as well. I had to listen to her on the Discord voice chat in tears, very heartbroken. It hurts me as well. It really when something really bad happens to an entire community and part of that community are your best friends, that hits you. Okay, that also hits you in the heart. So yeah, but right now she's okay. Most of my friends in that community are feeling better right now. Flower is one of them as well. They've moved on. So yeah, that's the first reason why I kind of like take a break. That was like during the weekend, right? Like the weekend after I stream Masamune. Yeah, it's just on my mind. It's like even me, even me that is not obsessed with this person. Like I follow this VTuber, but I'm not like super into the fandom. And some of his fandom, like some of his viewers, also watch me. Okay, some of his viewers followed me on Instagram, and they're a part of my Discord server. So again, another good thing that came out from his fandom was that I got to expand my influence. You could say expand my views. So expand my viewers. So watching them devastated also hits me in the heart. And I just couldn't like. The guy, I'm going to say it what it is. Like, I think the guy was super talented. He makes really good. He made really good music covers, and he made really good music covers. And for what he did in 5 years, he was very successful. And he threw that all the way because he couldn't control himself. He threw that all like. He threw that all of his hard work, 5 years hard work, and all of his fame and influence as a VTuber gone into the trash bin because he couldn't help himself. He couldn't control himself, texting girls and minors. I just hate saying that, here, but that's how it is. That's why I refuse to mention his name on stream. If you know the big news in the Indonesian VTuber community, you know who he is, okay? That's the first reason, all right? The second reason was that my auntie passed away. Okay, my auntie, like the day after the whole drama happened in the VTuber community, my auntie passed away. So if you remember 3 years ago, I had an uncle who passed away due to cancer, and a couple of days ago, his wife passed away due to meningitis, inflammation in the brain. And yeah, it also hits me in the heart because she left the daughter. They both have a single daughter. They both have a single daughter, and now she lives on her own. Luckily, like she was able to move on from the grief really fast, and she had a lot of support. Okay, my mother supported her because her father was the eldest brother of my mother, and she also had support from other members of our family, like my older cousins are willing to be her guardian now. So at that sense, I was able to calm down a bit, right? And another reason I didn't stream was a couple of days ago I was out of town for work. Okay, I was away for 3 days on a different island in Indonesia for work. So those are my reasons for not streaming, but mostly from the, mostly from the sad stuff with the VTuber community and families, with friends and families. But last weekend I was able to, I had a picnic with my friends, from that community. Again, three people from that community became my best friends. So we had a picnic on a Saturday morning, and we just kind of like, just chill and enjoy the view, and let's talk about everything that we need to talk about. And we felt a lot better. If anything, if there's one good takeaway from this entire drama with the Indo VTuber community, is that we actually, like, me and my friends actually became closer because of it. Instead of broken apart because of what happened, we actually became closer. That's one good take. That's one of the I'd say not few, one of the many good takeaways from this entire incident. Okay, let's see. Well, no need to explain. Taking breaks from YouTube won't kill you. Exactly. I myself take Basa Breaks regularly to recharge batteries and do some research for games that might interest my own viewers. Exactly. Nothing wrong with that. And do some activities with family and similar stuff. Yeah, exactly. It's like going on a picnic on a weekend morning. It feels so liberating. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's okay. Unfortunate times, yeah. Gonna feel for what the situation like. Not going too personal, but I've been betrayed by my ex-closest friends. So it really sucks. Yeah, you know what? But, you know, shit happens. But life goes on. And my friend also said, you know, when shit happens, fuck it, we ball. In the words of Joe Pesci, que suche se suche. Fuck it. All right, let's continue. Let's see. Yeah, let's. You know what? Yeah, let's. I don't ball, but fuck it, I'll play video games. Yeah, I mean, fuck it, we ball means like, you know what? Shit happens, life goes on. You know, when, yeah, I'm gonna quote Expedition 33 here. You know, when one falls, we continue. That's what we ball means. You know. Like shit happens, whatever happens, we're gonna face it. At the end of the day, we have to face it. Yeah, alright, Fall of the Takeda. We're going to fight the Takeda again. Well, yeah, this is the Ueda Castle stage, but context-wise, this is actually the Battle of Mount Tenmoku. Red Minotaur, that menu music. I do like the menu music for this game. Now it plays with the background. I've come to make this land my own and chew bubble gum. And I'm all out of gum. Welcome, Mura. I have come here to chew bubble gum and kick ass. And I'm all out of ass. The goat Oda Nobunaga. Yeah, I've seen the gameplay shorts that you post me. Yeah, it looks really good. Again, the only thing I want right now for Dynasty Warriors 3 Remastered before the game comes out is a demo. I think it's time that Koei release a demo. We need to experience, like, we need to try out that game. Yo, what if there was an SW game on Wii with motion controls for swinging? I'll make you look stupid. Gee, I wonder. Man, do I wish I want to see that. That's good. That sounds like an absolute banger of a game. Marksmania. Yeah, man. I would love to, you know, I would love to control my katana with the Wiimote. Frame rate is fixed from what I've seen. Gameplay has improved and peons do not fuck around. Yep, absolutely. All we need to do, like I said, all we need to do is experience it for ourselves. I'm really just waiting for the demo at this point. Musou VR. Oh yeah, you mentioned that. Sorry, I forgot to answer that. Munawir. Tears of Metal, yeah. I've seen that, but I haven't played the demo. I'm stupid. I haven't played the Tears of Metal demo. I haven't played the Onimusha demo. I'm just too busy playing, repeating the games I like. Which, by the way, I just platinumed First Light 007. You've seen it on my community post, right? First Light is my personal game of the year. Oh, one more thing. Again, one more thing I forgot to mention. It's about, you know, my friend from that VTuber community. Part of the reason why it was difficult when that happened is that my friend, you know, one of my best friends, you can say she has internal conflicts, if you know what I'm saying, right? She's fighting a battle inside herself, and we have a group, okay? We have a four people group, and me and my friends, when that whole drama debacle happened, we want to make sure that she doesn't make career-ending decisions, if you know what I'm saying, right? Yeah, so one of the reasons why we decided to go on a picnic together. One of them is to calm her down. I also keep contacts with her, saying, hey, you know, like if there's anything you want to talk about to me, just, you know, I'm your guy. You know, if you want to talk about to ease your friend, just to ease your, to ease your feelings, just tell me. Yeah, all because we, okay, not just me, all because we really want to make sure that she doesn't make any career-ending decisions. Yeah, it has gone public. What about Sengoku Basara game with Wii motion controls? That sounds trippy. I mean, Sengoku Basara is already a trippy game. All right, let's go. Okay, And I do like when that whole drama happened. I'm actually really grateful that people reach out to me. People reach out to me, hey, how are you feeling, Profar? Or they reach out to me to ask how my friend is doing, because again, she was probably she's probably the most popular person in that fandom. You should support her and don't let her. Yeah, exactly. We're trying our best to do that, you know. Let's go. Gotta take Nobunaga. This VTuber friend of yours, was she? No, my friend was not. My friend is not a VTuber. She's actually the cosplayer. No, it's not the one that chat with me a while ago. She's part of that community, but it's not her. Welcome to the stream, Edie. I gotta go take a Nobunaga. Come on, Nobunaga's not dumb. He's amazing. Yeah, play whatever you like, man. That's great. Same. I already 100% game I like. Assassin. Wow, you 100% Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced? That's insane. You know, that's really amazing. I mean, the game just came out and you're already 100% that game. That's really cool. And yeah, and not to mention Assassin's Creed 4 is a pretty big game. That's why I said that's impressive. I did play the OG when I was in high school. Oh, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is amazing. It's easy my top 2 favorite Assassin's Creed. Either that or Assassin's Creed 2, because I really like Assassin's Creed 2. I only played goodbye Katsuyori. I only played Assassin's Creed 2 and completing that one was already a huge chore. The feather collecting and stuff. Yeah, I mean Assassin's Creed itself is a big game. Oh, my main camp is in trouble? Alright. Imagine that Summer Wars has permadeath feature in a la Fire Emblem. I haven't played a lot of Fire Emblem games, even the Wars games, so I'm not sure how that works. Hey, Alberto, welcome. Yeah, the Fool of Wari. Well, he's no longer the Fool of Wari now. He's the Great Demon King. Yeah, Dynasty Wars had a gacha mobile game, and I was actually surprised to see that Dynasty Wars Overlords is still a thing, or like it's still on. I thought that game was EOS, end of service. Oh. Okay, for me, Assassin's Creed 4, because this is my first Assassin's Creed, by the way. I do like Assassin's Creed 2, but the story but for gameplay, I hate that stupid parkour. I see. Yeah, control and gameplay wise, Assassin's Creed 4 is better. Now, because you played the resynced version when now here, what do you think about the combat in Resync? Because I've seen people saying they don't like the combat. They changed the combat for Resync into like a parry system instead of like the usual Assassin's Creed combat that we got in classic games. Hey, Ieyasu, please get off your horse right now. Get off the horse, Ieyasu. I actually don't mind the parkour in 2, it's decent. I mean, the parkour is good in Assassin's Creed 2. I think the parkour is good enough. Fire Emblem in Sengoku games, basically your officer is gonna permanently dead when fallen, except it's story relevant one. They're just gonna be injured. Again, I need to experience it. Dynasty Wars Overlord was relaunched again global. Yeah. That makes sense. Because I was actually confused why some people are posting Dynasty Wars Overlord's gameplay. Legitimately, I thought that game was dead. If there's one online Dynasty Wars game that I want to see, it's Dynasty Wars Online. Bro, we need to bring back, classic Dynasty Wars Online. Classic 2007 Dynasty Wars Online in 2026 and 2027. Doshite Alright, let's finish this battle. It's fixed camera that's making it bad. I already 100% DMC 1. Oh, wow! 100%ing DMC 1 is amazing. I'm on my way to 100% Super Mario Odyssey. What the hell was that? Sorry. I'm on my way to 100% Super Mario Odyssey, by the way. Oh, there was a fly in my face. Yukimura and Nobuyuki. I suggest starting Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. The easiest game if you plan to play Fire Emblem. Okay. We'll see.
信長が滅した。
見事ね。私をもっと喜ばせて。
私には生きて貫くべきものがある。
Okay. Been getting the MC Wars Overlord ads recently, or Path of Radiance. Masayuki's gone. I wish I could relate to y'all in that regard. I never 100% my games, except for maybe the Naruto Storm games, but they were like super easy. Hey, you know, like we play games differently. I've said it before. The reason why I like to go 100% is to optimize the games that I bought. Right? Games these days especially are super expensive, and the best way for me to, you know, to optimize my purchase, to make that, oh, I got an achievement, to make that, you know, $70-80 purchase worth, is to do everything. I don't know, that's just how I enjoy my games in general. Some people say, oh, games are not meant to be completed 100%, games are meant to be enjoyed. Well, I argue that's the way, like, me 100%ing a game is how I enjoy the game at its fullest. Games is meant to be fun, and fun art is objective. Pretty much, yes. Like, your definition of enjoyment or fun is different from other people's definition of fun or how they find enjoyment. You think, like, you may think that completing the game 100% is not fun because it takes too much time. But some other people, myself included, find it fun because you find again you can find some satisfaction in that, and you also feel like, yeah, you know, I want to get the most out of the games that I played. Though not all games I've 100%. Certain games just take too much time for me. Just became a bit too tedious to 100%. Goodbye, Masayuki. I mean, like, yeah, if you, I don't, like, here's the thing. I'm not against mobile games, right? Maybe mobile games are not my thing, but I'm not against people who play mobile games or enjoy mobile games. And in fact, you know, I sometimes like to listen to my friends talk about their favorite mobile games, whether they playing COD Mobile or Mobile Legends, or they're talking about Genshin Impact and or those kind of games. Like, I enjoy listening to them talking, you know, despite not much of a fan of those games myself. I just, you know, I just appreciate people's enthusiasm on the things they like. I don't have a... Darn it, I don't have a... Yeah, I don't have a... I haven't unlocked a fourth weapon, unfortunately. A third weapon, sorry. I think combat have pros and cons. Pros have additional more like kicking. Cons, they have removed a lot of cool animation executions like the OG. And they remove hidden blade combat. Overall, it's still fun. I see. Yeah, I'm just asking you because... the combat for Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, I can't even say right. resynced has been somewhat controversial. By the way, I'll be right back, guys. I need some water. Alright, I'm back. About mobile games, I personally play Fire Emblem Heroes, Uma Musume, and Clash of Clans. Oh yeah, Fire Emblem has a mobile games, right? Has a mobile game. Hashire, hey, Outer World Gaming, hope you're doing well as well, buddy. I find the combat on AC2 very lackluster, and I heard it's the same for other AC games as well. You basically just wait for them to attack and then press the counter button, and that's mostly... not really. I'd say Assassin's Creed 2 combat is good for what it is, I think the Assassin's Creed 2 combat is good. 2, Brotherhood, and Revelation have good combat, but yeah, Assassin's Creed 3 and 4 combat are better. The one that doesn't resonate with me anymore is Assassin's Creed 1. Okay, so there's another topic. Going back to what I was talking about, the big drama. I've heard some people. Okay, I want to another real talk here. I've heard multiple people saying that, oh, don't expect too much from your, from your Oshi or from the content creators, okay? Or always save up a disappointment room for your content creators. Now, although that sounds kind of okay-ish advice, so that you won't get, you won't get disappointed. But when I think about it a bit more, okay, this is real topic profile right now. When I think about, because I used to think that way, oh, don't expect too much on people, or always save up a disappointment room for other people. It sounds like a good advice, but the older I get, I find that advice nothing more than copium. Because here's the thing, right? Even if you are the most pessimistic person in the world, you cannot live without expectations. You cannot live without trust. I give a basic example, all right? If you go to the store, right, buy some food, right? You gotta trust the store, right? You trust the store enough to sell you the food that you want. That is the basic, simplest of trust. right? You cannot like, oh, I don't trust anyone. No, it's impossible to trust no one. Now, I do agree that you cannot trust too much on people, but you cannot also do not trust anyone at all, right? There's got to be a trust as long as you live. Now, going back to fandoms, right? When people say, "Oh, don't expect too much on your on your idol or on your content creator as a fandom," or "Don't trust too much," nah, I think here's the thing. I'm trying to explain this as easy as best as I can here. The basic foundation of a fandom is trust, right? The basic foundation of a fandom is trust. We are all here fans of Musou games, right? You can't just not trust everyone. You just be a stoic anime protagonist. Very unrealistic way of living. Exactly, Marks Mania. And here's the thing. It's no surprise that most people who say that, from my experience, are huge fans of Ayano Koji from Classroom of the Elite. I don't know why people are so obsessed with this character. You know Ayano Koji from Classroom of the Elite, right? People are trying so hard to be Ayano Koji. I just don't get the appeal. Alright, I'm sorry. I'm way too old to understand the appeal of Ayano Koji. Call me a boomer all you like, but I don't think Ayano Koji should be your role model as a stoic character. That's just me. So going back, the basic of a fandom, right? The basic foundation in a fandom is trust. You guys watching me, right? Myself included, we are all fans of Koei Musou games. We're all fans of Dynasty Warriors. We're all fans of Samurai Warriors. We're all fans of Warriors Orchi. And sometimes we get disappointed from Koei Tecmo. Why? Because we trust them, right? We trust Koei and Omega Force to give us games that we know they can deliver, right? So because we are part of the fandom, where we are fans of the series, we have expectations towards the developers, Omega Force and Koei Tecmo, right? So when we got games like Dynasty Wars 9, when we got games like Samurai Wars 5, we get disappointed. Why? Because we know deep down in our hearts, as fans of this series, we know they are able to do better, right? Now, they've proven themselves to do better with with Dynasty Wars Origins and with their other spin-off games. So the basic foundation of a fandom is trust, right? Now, it's true that you cannot have too high of an expectation, but it's impossible, especially, let's say, Koei and Omega. Imagine this, okay? Imagine this. Imagine Koei telling their fans, hey, don't expect too much from us, guys, okay? Always leave room for disappointment. Will you take that bullshit? I don't think so, right? Because why? We as fans invest our time, our energy, our money into your games, right? We trust you, okay? We trust you enough to deliver us a game that we know you can, right? So that happened in the VTuber community. Whenever there's this big drama happen, they always said, "Oh, guys, always leave room for disappointment. Always leave room for disappointment for us, and don't have high expectations towards your favorite VTubers." I say screw that. Okay, it's true that you shouldn't have high expectations, but you created a fandom, right? You created a fandom, you created a following. They're going to have expectations towards you regardless. Like me as a content creator, for example, I come out here, okay? Dynasty War 6. Okay, Dynasty War 6, I've gone on record to say Dynasty War 6, that game grew on me, okay? So, as I was saying here, the moment I became a YouTuber, right? The moment I became a content creator, making videos, making streams for you guys, you already I'm super grateful for you guys, okay? You already gave your attention, your time to me, right? And that alone is an asset, right? Time is the most valuable what is it, currency, right? Because the time that you took to watch me, I can never give it back. When it comes to money, I can always give you. I can get, well, not always. I can give you back when it comes to money or other things, right? But time, you cannot give it back, right? So as soon as I jump into this content creator world and I have people watching me, I already set myself towards an expectation for my viewers, right? I already give expectation to you guys. Like, you expect me, because you guys invest your time on me. You guys invest your time right now to watch me, right? So it's impossible, like, for me. You shouldn't be lecturing as a content creator, you shouldn't be lecturing your audience about don't have high expectations towards your favorite content creators, because you are part of their favorite content creators. That's my opinion, okay? You are part of their favorite content creators. They invest their time, effort, and money to you. So the right message, for me at least, for content creators, respect your audience, okay? Respect your audience. They've invested their time into you. The best way for you, like the best way for us, okay, to respect our audience is to give them the best content as possible, right? I know you guys are here for my streams, for talking about Musou games, and I know you guys are here for the videos that I make, right? So my responsibility as a YouTuber for you guys is, okay, how can I give the best content for you guys that is entertaining, that is educative, that creates a healthy discussion, or a healthy discussion between what's the word I'm looking for? In a harmonious community. Like, how can we make a good community out of this, right? That's my duty as a content creator. And I feel like a lot of these VTubers, instead of like, I never like it, okay? I'm just gonna say it right here. I really dislike it when content creators, VTubers, Indonesian VTubers especially, whenever there's a drama happen, they decide to lecture their audience and they decide to tell the audience, hey, you have the responsibility to do this. Screw that, okay? It's not the audience's responsibility for your fuck-ups. It's kind of like, oh, guys, you need to be more aware of what's going on with the drama and so on and so forth. No, fuck it, okay? They're not responsible for your internal drama, right? If anything, content creators are responsible for the shit they do online, not their audience. So I really hate it. I'm gonna vent right now. I really hate it whenever there's a drama, and especially Indonesian streamer or VTuber community, the first thing they do is lecture their audience. All right? In my opinion, you have no right to lecture your audience when your friends or your colleagues fuck up, right? So for me, when that big drama happened, I don't try to lecture my audience. I try to position them, okay, as fans as well. Like, so I told them when this big drama happened, I told them, like, guys, I understand you're upset, you're disappointed, and whatever you're feeling right now is validated, you know, because I'm part of that fandom too. I feel your disappointment, I feel your pain, and some of them saying, oh, I regret that I was ever a fan of this person. I told them, you know, try to comfort them, saying that, hey, you have no, like, you don't need to regret, you don't need to feel dirty of, like, supporting your favorite content creators because you didn't know that he was a piece of shit, right? And here's what I've learned as well. You guys support your favorite content creator. It's not for that content creator. That was for you, right? You guys watch your favorite YouTubers, your favorite show. It's not necessarily just to support them. The most important thing that you do that is to support yourself. You want to make yourself happy, right? So there's no shame of admitting, there's no shame of being a fan or was a fan of someone who turned out to be a piece of shit, okay? Because it's beyond your control, right? And when people say, oh, that's why you shouldn't expect too much on them, and I mentioned this as well to my friends, is that let's say you're a fan of a certain public figure, a content creator, an artist, a VTuber, a musician, whoever it is, right? When you're a fan of that someone, even when you have the lowest of expectations, you don't expect the worst from that person. I give an example. I talk about wrestling a lot in this channel, right? I think Chris Benoit is amazing. I used to watch him as a kid, and easily he's one of the best technical wrestlers to ever do it, right? Until that certain incident happened, right? Now, was I wrong to be a fan of Chris Benoit? No, right? Are you wrong to be a fan of Chris Benoit before he did what he did? Of course not. You didn't know that he was going to do that. And even after he does that, like, I'm not of course, Chris Benoit was terrible for doing that, right? Chris Benoit was a terrible person after what he did. But at the same time, like, I still recognize him as a great wrestler. But as a human being, he was terrible. Okay? And do you need to do I need to go lecture you or berate you because you were a fan of Chris Benoit? You're a terrible person because you're a fan of Chris Benoit. Of course not. You're not a terrible person because you used to be fans of Chris Benoit before what he did. You didn't know that he was going to do that. Like, even though I don't know him personally, right? When I used to watch him as a kid, but never in my entire life, never that I would imagine Chris Benoit would do such a thing, right? So that's it. Like, don't ever, like, in my opinion, do not feel guilty because you used to be a fan of someone that turned out to be a piece of shit. You didn't know. That's why I know I'm repeating stuff often here. That's why I don't like it when content creators decided to lecture their audience, especially when the fandom is in a state of deep grief, or is in a state of, really, really dark sadness. Like, they're really sad, they're really disappointed, and you decide to go out on the internet and lecture them? Like, I just find that very condescending. Again, that's just me. Maybe I don't know shit because what the fuck do I know, right? I'm just a guy dressing up as a plumber, who plays samurai games on YouTube. What the fuck do I know? But that's how I feel right now. Instead of lecturing your audience, I think in my opinion, these VTubers need to do some self-evaluate, because this entire drama of grooming this entire case of grooming has been going on for 3 years with multiple VTubers in Indonesia. There's something wrong with you guys. I'm sorry. Like, there's something wrong in your inner circle. There's something wrong between these streamers and VTubers, and don't put that responsibility to your audience. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on up there. It's your job to make sure, like, it's your job, like, it's content creators' job to make sure they have a conducive community. They have a safe community. It's not the community's job. It's not the audience job to keep themselves safe, okay? Or it's not the audience job to know every single thing what's going on between the lives of content creators. No, it's not their job. So, my advice, or like what I say to people, is that for content creators, you guys need to do better. Like, you guys need to respect your audience, okay? Me included, right? I have to respect my audience by giving them what they came for. That's the basic, that's the basic way. That's the best and basic way to respect your audience. And for the audience, for the community, I don't really have an advice for them. I just say that, hey, I hope you guys find when you are very disappointed with that one creator that you have supported. It's very unfortunate, it's very unfortunate, and I hope you find other people, or you find other creators, you find other streamers, you find other YouTubers that's worth supporting. Because if there's one guy who's a piece of shit, there are 100 guys more that are amazing, and they are dying for your attention as well. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. There you go. I've gone on too long. Let's continue the game, ladies and gentlemen. Not trusting one person is actually valid, like saying I don't trust you just yet in this certain aspect, like love. But not trusting anyone is not ideal because people don't have the same bad side. Exactly, and that's not fair for other people as well. Crispin Roar. I don't watch wrestling, but yeah. Well, we're all humans and we can make mistakes. The problem is that some people doesn't learn from their mistakes and blame others for their own mistakes. Exactly. Like, making a mistake, like, it's perfectly human to make mistakes. But if you make the same mistakes over and over and over and over again, there's something wrong with you. That's not a mistake, that's called insanity. Our Uncle Kratos said keep your expectations low and you'll never be disappointed. I don't really agree with keeping expectations low. In fact, Kratos in the Norse games, he had high expectations towards his own son. Right? I don't think the right word is keeping your expectations low. I think you need to put your expectations reasonable. And here's the thing about disappointment. Even if you have low expectations, you're still gonna be disappointed, right? I feel like as long as you live, you are going to feel disappointment. Disappointment, instead of like trying to avoid disappointment, in my opinion at least, instead of trying to avoid disappointment, accept it, embrace it, you know, embrace the disappointment feeling, because disappointment is actually important for you to grow as a person. Alright, Onoji. I have had a lot of friends who got me disappointed in one way or the other. Call it bad luck or in social life, but whatever it is, it didn't stop me from being friendly towards others. Exactly. You just can't control everything in life, but you can control on the things that you can control. Yeah, that scene with Ranmaru. Akechi Mitsuye has betrayed us. In Samurai Warriors 5, that's all Yasuke did. Again, one of the things I don't like about Samurai Warriors 5, why introduce a new character only to take his spot for a character that is established like Ranmaru? Like, what's the point of adding Yasuke if you're not gonna do anything significant with him other than, you know, other than placing him in Ranmaru's place? Weird decision by Omega Force? Yeah. Force field. Ha. Ha. Man, I love this Honoji theme. Is it with Nobunaga and burning houses? Because he's the Demon King from the sixth hell. That's why. Well, not burning houses, more like burning temples. Oh, what? I do like his C5. That's Daji's strategy to lure Nobunaga and defeat him. Well, Daji's strategy involved him turning into, involved her turning into Cao Cao. Do you think there's any chance that Koei bring back the original Samurai Warriors universe to a new game? I hated the reboot. Most likely, yeah. I've talked about this. I don't like this. They didn't really do anything after Samurai Warriors 5. If anything, for their 20th anniversary, they brought back Samurai Warriors 4. So, in my opinion at least, the way I see it, if they're gonna make Samurai Warriors 6, it's not gonna be a sequel to Samurai Warriors 5. It's gonna be a sequel to Samurai Warriors 4. They're gonna bring back all the characters from Samurai Warriors 4 and then added new characters and, you know, like tweaking the combat and so on. Either that, or I actually can see Omega Force making a Dynasty Warriors Origins-like game for Samurai Warriors. But again, I'm not an insider in Koei Tecmo, so don't ask me. Ask Koei Tecmo. But that's the way I see it, you know. We're probably like the most it's most likely the probability of making a sequel to Samurai Warriors 4 is bigger in my opinion than a sequel to Samurai Warriors 5 and continue the reboot. Yeah, I know Dynasty Warriors started as a fighting game. I'm not sure if Koei would. Again, I'm not sure if Koei is going to bring back the Dynasty Warriors fighting game, because fighting games, how do I say it? It's too much, in my opinion, it's too much of a competition for Koei to make a new fighting game. The competition for a new fighting game is a little bit too high right now. They're gonna most likely gonna be lost in the shuffle if they're gonna make a fighting game. I mean, that was the entire point why they decided to make a hack and slash game for Dynasty Warriors 2 instead of a fighting game sequel, because they think they couldn't compete with fighting games at the time. Oh, Maguichi is here. Not to mention, Sengubasa was also a fighting game at one point. Made by, yeah, it was made by Arxis and Capcom, which was pretty insane. Too bad it's stuck on the PS2, yeah, unfortunately. Sengubasa X or Sengubasa Cross is the fighting game.
飯と第6点の下信長が姿をする敵将信長が敵将信長が飯と
Ah, goodbye, Maguichi.
俺は敵将信長が飯と
尊敬いたしております
綺麗な手のままでは気づけぬものもあります私が私の理想を貫いてみせる
己の野望と我が野望いずれが
Maybe too late to ask now, but does this game also have Devil Trigger that buffs you? No.
一歩遅れさせません
But Nobunaga has this like a buffed saber. That makes his combos faster as well. Ugh, I can't even speak right. Run! So then going, yeah, activated. Yeah, no rage mode.
信長様
Unlike Dynasty Warriors. Well, Summer Wars 3 has a rage mode. Only Dynasty Wars 5 and Dynasty Wars 8 has a rage mode. Yeah, about Mark's Mania. Yeah, Summer Wars 4 has a rage mode, like in Seigo Basara 4, where you like turn into like a super, the Devil Trigger thing. Yeah, Summer Wars 4 has it. Yeah, Mitsuhide.
これがウヌの望みかウヌは信長を憎むか
憎しみではありませんあなたを倒さねば望めぬことを望んだ
ならばここで信長を超えてみせよ
Yeah, only DW5 and 8 have rage mode. That is not here. No, yeah, I mean, you'll get used to it, you know? And I don't think this game needs a rage mode. Yeah, activate the force field. There we go. Yeah, Dynasty War 6 have specials. Okay. One thing that I like about this is that controlling horses seems to be better here. Seiyubasa doesn't have any starving, and it's hard to keep. Yeah, of course. Yep, the controlling horse is better here. Yeah, again, I don't get the third weapon. Unfortunate.
ぬるいとお笑いになるがいい。だが分かってしまったのです。信長様の天下を見たかったのは誰よりも私であったと。私はこうなることを望んでいたのかもしれない。あなたにこの光秀の死を託してゆけるのですから。信長様、死はこんなにも優しい。ですがあなたは生を過酷に生きて
光秀、うぬの死など託され、死に意味などない。無価値だが明智光秀という男の生の証は信長が背負うべき価値がある。
Yeah, some Samurai Wars 2 in general have amazing cinematics. Alright, we're gonna play Nobunaga's Dream, one last stage. Death is so peaceful, I'm finally free of your cruelty.
いらっしゃいませ。ゆっくり見ていってくださいね。ありがとうございました。
Man, Nobunaga doesn't seem so bad if he doesn't have his shotgun. Yeah, we're gonna fight the Tokugawa Alliance. Yeah, Nobunaga unites Japan here. Are you sure? Oh yeah, so Wars 4 too. Horse, they run all over the place. Right. Final stance. And Ieyasu decides to rebel against us. Nobunaga goes pew pew. The horses have gold lineage. Check out the Date first. What's your favorite character from the series? I like Nobunaga. I like Masayuki. I'd say so far, if I'm gonna take the entire Samurai Warriors series, I'm gonna go with Masayuki. I like Masayuki. Sana Masayuki. Yep. Samurai Wars 4-2. Samurai Wars 4 has its own sequel. Yeah, it's Samurai Wars 4-2 is kind of like Segubasa 2 Heroes, but worse. It's an expansion without the base game. Yeah, Samurai Wars 4-2 is kind of like focuses more on the new characters instead of the entirety of the Seigo Jidai story. Right. Ow. I got my kill stolen. This Summer Wars you're playing, does this have a PSP version? No, it doesn't. It has a PS2 version in English. So you might as well just play the PS2 version. The only great thing that came out of it is Inao Masa. Yeah, I like Inao Masa, it's great. KG. Oh. Wow, this is difficult. I think it's just play. I think I'd better just play the first one. I heard Warriors games on PS2 tend to be pretty. Yeah. I highly recommend Samurai Wars 1. In fact, I'd say Samurai Wars 1 is a better game than Seigo Basara 1. That was tricky. KG's English voice actor in Star Wars 2, yeah. California KG. Yeah, in terms of English voice acting, his Summer Wars 1 voice actor is the best one. Steve Bloom. Shimazu. Oh, they are relentless. Holy shit. Scorpio. Ishihiro.
どれ一もみもんでやろうぞ我が首見事取ってみやこの大爆死よ
Surrounded right now. Up. I love the fact that the menu music in Devil King is basically Tekken 1. No, it's Tekken 3 character select theme. It kind of sounds like Tekken 3's character select theme. I might mix it up. Yeah, it's Tekken 3. Yeah, you can hear it side by side. Yeah, exactly. Now to the east. I would have loved the game more if Devil King had martial. Interesting pick there. Oh. Go. I'm looking at Summer Wars 1 now. I gotta say, Koei makes some beautiful looking women. Absolutely. I agree. I do like the vibe of Summer Wars 1. Like, it feels, it's, you know, it's darker and more grainy. It feels like a classic samurai movies from the 50s. Kanetsugu again. Hunk theme would fit for Oda Nobunaga. Looming Dread. I don't really remember much the music for Resident Evil, to be honest. Kanetsugu. He really is invincible. The invincible Kanetsugu. Invincible with the key. Ah, I didn't get the last kill. Oh well. Oh, Tanakatsu is advancing.
するとは抜くとは いざ参られ我を超えねば君に手こなし
Got him. That's Tarakatsuya. He's not a robot.
お見事さすがでございますな
命にこそ抱きすべきものなり
Voiced by the legendary Otsuka Akio.
この手を煩わせよう
His character bodyguard Double Musou was so perfect that Koei implemented again in Dynasty Wars 5. Well, sorry, the character bodyguard Musou. It was first implemented in Dynasty Wars 5, not this game. Dynasty Wars 5 came out before Summer Wars 2. Let's take out Ieyasu. Tarakatsu was a huge menace in Bastard to Heroes. Yep. And this is Ieyasu.
今大使がためお主を立つ 同盟を破った阻止には甘んじて受けようだが天下への志諦めるわけにはいかんのだ
I have the audacity to call my. Oh, yeah, I thought Summer Wars 2. Hey, we all made that mistakes. We all made that mistake sometimes. Don't worry. one more. These guys off me. Finally. Yeah, the boss on the PSP games are not that good.
信長殿に歯向かった覚悟はでき切り捨てられよキラン我が手は光秀の生を背負うこれ以上の重荷は無用家康再び三河を治め信長の天下を支えるこれが信長の生き様だ
Ah, finally got a third weapon. Another one. And another one. And another one. But they had good music from TMR. Yeah, absolutely. Self-explanatory, honestly. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for Nobunaga's story tonight. I'm actually getting tired, it's getting pretty late, and I want to go to sleep. I don't know why my body is itching right now. Something is making me allergic here. So yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a nice stream after 2 weeks of break. Stay tuned for more content. I'm still going to be streaming Summer Wars 2 HD. I've done the script for Dynasty Wars 5 retrospective. All I need to do is the recording and editing. So look forward to that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in the process of that video. Until then, I have nothing more to say and to end the stream. Other than thank you so much for watching. If you want to support me a little bit more financially, join the Profar Superstar membership. We also have a Discord server, by the way. If you want to join the community hangout, join the Discord server. Link is in the description below. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, do subscribe to the channel. What are you waiting for? It's absolutely free. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the stream. And like always, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys next time.